So this lecture, I got it from one of my favorite speakers, which is Jim Rohn. I've been listening to his lecture, pretty much everything, for the past 6 years, because I believe that his lecture is really aligned with our Chairman Park's visions, and it really aligns with my own vision. That's why one of his video is called Three Magic Steps to Produce the Reality You Design and Deserve. So this three magic step has to be in harmony. You cannot choose one or the other. It has to be everything, right? So it has to be harmonized. So the first step is imagination, to dream. That's why I think one of the first step of 8 steps to success in Atomy is dreams. Create the dreams, create the vision, right? We want our imagination to work on our lives. That's why what he says was, remove the word impossible, because the word impossible, it actually contains I'm possible. Everything is created twice. First time it was created in our imagination, and second in our reality. And imagination doesn't have any limitation. It doesn't know if it's a reality or it's an imagination. For example, I just picked the most famous inventors in our world. The first one is Steve Jobs. He created Apple, iPhone. His dream was to create personal computer on your palm, right? Because we know how big was the personal computer, the monitor, the keyboard, and everything, the CPU. So he was dreaming to have a computer on his palm. So he always dreamed that this is possible, even though people around him say you're crazy. That's really impossible to create something that a computer, a PC on your palm, right? And the second inventor was Wright brothers. These two brothers created airplane because they were dreaming that one day man can fly like a bird. But did they make success at the first try? Did Steve Jobs make success at the first try? No, they failed many, many times. And the last inventor was Thomas Edison. We all know that he created the light bulb after failing 10,000 times. So he actually didn't fail. He just find a way, 10,000 more ways to create the light bulbs. So imagination doesn't have any limitation. We are created by God. We can do anything that we can dream of. And also imagination gives you the vision. It shows you what possible. It paints the picture of your ideal future. So that's why imagination is really important if you are willing to make success in anything in your life, especially you want to produce the reality you desire and deserve. The second step is faith, or to believe. That's why I'm picking a picture of a little girl who is praying. I'm not talking about religion, although it may be one of the factor in having faith or belief. But in my Bible, there's a scripture says, have a faith like child, because a child doesn't have doubts. If you talk to a 3 years old child, they know they can become a dinosaur, they can become a pilot, they can become president, but we all know that is impossible, probably, right? Because you cannot be a dinosaur. You cannot be a president of the United States or prime minister of Canada unless you're really born on those skills. So have faith like child, it's talking about having courage to pursue that vision. Because when a child have that dream, they don't care. They don't have, probably they have fear, but they keep pushing forward. They pursue that dream. It is like unshakable belief. If you're talking to a child about their faith, they're not going to doubt, even though you said, you're not a dinosaur, you're a human. No, I'm a dinosaur, right? They have unshakable belief because they know they can be a dinosaur. So to believe is to have unshakable belief system. And also, faith is the bridge that connects present reality to imagined future. And also, faith guides you through stormy sea of doubt and uncertainty. Faith is the voice that keeps telling you you can do it when others says impossible. True faith is active, not passive. A lot of us think, oh, it's all about God's will. We should have faith, but you're not doing anything. No, it doesn't work that way, because in my Bible as well, the scripture says, faith without work is dead. So when you have faith, it's not passive faith, it's actually active faith. And then this is also important to surround yourself with positivity. You can watch positive videos on YouTube, right? About inspiration, motivational, or you can surround yourself with people who are positive, not negative, because faith, you need to be in an environment that also supports your belief. Because if you're in the wrong environment, doesn't matter how positive you are, your surrounding will affect your beliefs and eventually will affect your faith. The third step is action, or to act. I'm taking a picture of someone who is climbing the mountain, because when you are climbing mountain, you cannot just have imagination, one day I'm going to be at the top of the mountain, or you have faith to move the mountain that I can conquer the mountain. Unless you take action, you're not going to achieve anything, right? So that's why climber is the really good example of how you take action to produce the reality you desire and deserve. The first one, it turns vision into reality. So action really turns whatever that you can dream of into present reality. Action is also the muscle that turns imagination and faith into tangible results, something that we can see and we can feel and we can enjoy. And faith is the muscle that produces the reality. You can have the most vivid imagination in the world. You can have faith that moves the mountain, but without action, they're just pleasant thoughts. Action separates the dreamers from achievers. A lot of us, we're waiting until the perfect situation to start anything in this life. But what he says is, you don't need to be great to start. You need to start to be great. But a lot of us, what if I fail? Failure is not the opposite of success, but it is part of success. Even our chairman Park says, fail many times, because you can only learn when you fail. Failure and setbacks are the best teacher you ever have. It teaches resilience, creativity, and perseverance. Action breeds confidence and growth. The more you do, the more you believe you can do it. A lot of us, we lack of confidence. We are lacking of, oh, I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to share Atomy. But the more that you do, the more that you fail, especially when you fail and setbacks, this actually you are learning from all these failures. Because the more you do action, it actually builds up your confidence and growth. You don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. The important thing is just start and then to keep going. Consistency is the key. Small actions performed consistently over time lead to massive results. Action is the bridge between your dreams and your achievements. It's action that turns your beliefs into reality. The more action you take, the stronger your faith becomes. The stronger your faith, the more vivid your imagination. The more vivid your imagination, the more inspired your action. It's a virtuous cycle that once set in motion, it can completely transform your life. It's action that brings your dreams to life. So I'm going to close with this. Imagination without action is like daydreaming. Faith without action is just wishful thinking. Nothing great was ever achieved by staying in your comfort zone, because your comfort zone is your suicide zone. Embrace the power of imagination, nurture the strength of faith, and unleash the force of action. We're gonna watch this short video by him.
Embrace the power of imagination, nurture the strength of faith, and unleash the force of action. These are your 3 magic steps to produce the reality you desire and deserve. Remember, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. So go out there and create the life you've always dreamed of. Your future self will thank you for it. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. Imagine, believe, act, and watch as your reality transforms before your very eyes. So let me ask you, what reality do you want to produce? What dreams are stirring in your imagination? What goals are you nurturing faith for? And most importantly, what actions are you taking to make them a reality? Remember, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams and have the courage to pursue them. It belongs to those who understand that success is not about resources, but about resourcefulness. It is not about where you start, but where you're determined to go. You have within you right now everything you need to achieve everything you've ever wanted. You have the power of imagination to dream big. You have the capacity for faith to believe in those dreams. And you have the ability to take action to make those dreams a reality. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you have it all figured out. Start now. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Imagine your ideal life with crystal clarity. Cultivate an unshakable faith in your ability to achieve it. And then, my friends, take massive action to make it happen. And remember, the best is yet to come. You know, as I stand here today, I can't help but think about the incredible power we all possess. The power to shape our lives, to influence our circumstances, and to create our own realities. It's a power that's often overlooked, frequently underestimated, but always present. And it all starts with these 3 magic steps we've been discussing. Let's dive a little deeper into each of these steps, shall we? Because understanding them fully is the key to unlocking their true potential in your life. Now, let's talk about how these 3 magic steps, imagination, faith, and action, work together to produce reality. Imagine you're standing at the foot of a mountain. Your imagination is what allows you to see yourself at the summit. It paints a vivid picture of the view from the top, the sense of accomplishment you'll feel, the memories you'll create along the way. Faith is what gives you the courage to start climbing. It's the belief that you have what it takes to reach the top, even when the path looks steep and treacherous. It's what keeps you going when your muscles ache and your breath comes short. Action is the actual climbing. It's putting one foot in front of the other, day after day. It's the sweat, the struggle, the perseverance. It's what actually moves you from the bottom to the top. You need all 3 to reach the summit. Imagination without faith or action leaves you standing at the bottom, dreaming but never moving. Faith without imagination or action is like believing you can reach a summit you can't even envision. And action without imagination or faith is aimless wandering. You might be moving, but you're not sure where you're going or why. But when you combine all 3, that's when magic happens. That's when you transform your life. That's when you produce a new reality. Let me share a personal story with you. Years ago, I was just a farm boy from Idaho. I didn't have much in terms of material possessions or opportunities. But I had these 3 things: imagination, faith, and a willingness to take action. I imagined a life beyond the farm. I imagined myself as a successful businessman, a speaker, an author. I imagined impacting lives and leaving a legacy. I had faith that I could make it happen, even when others doubted. Even when circumstances seemed bleak, I believed in myself and my vision. And I took action. I started small, working on my personal development, reading books, attending seminars. I sought out mentors. I took every opportunity to learn and grow. It wasn't always easy. There were setbacks, failures, moments of doubt, but I kept imagining, believing, and acting. And gradually, step by step, that reality I had imagined began to take shape. Now, I'm not sharing this to boast. I'm sharing this because I want you to understand If a farm boy from Idaho can do it, so can you. You have the same tools at your disposal. You have the power of imagination. You have the capacity for faith. You have the ability to take action. The question is, are you using them? Are you harnessing the full power of these 3 magic steps? Ask yourself, what am I imagining for my life? Is my vision big enough? Am I dreaming boldly enough? Do I truly believe in myself and my ability to achieve my dreams? Am I nurturing my faith or allowing doubt to creep in? Am I taking consistent action towards my goals? Am I moving forward every day, even if it's just a small step? You see, success is not an event. It's not something that happens overnight. Success is a process. It's the result of consistently applying these 3 magic steps: imagination, faith, and action. It's about waking up every day and choosing to imagine a better future. It's about nurturing your faith even when circumstances try to shake it. It's about taking action even when you don't feel like it. And here's the beautiful thing. As you apply these steps, they become habits. Imagining becomes second nature. Faith becomes unshakable. Taking action becomes automatic. You become unstoppable. But it all starts with a choice. Your choice, right here, right now. Will you choose to harness the power of your imagination? Will you choose to cultivate unwavering faith in yourself and your vision? Will you choose to take consistent action towards your dreams? The choice is yours, but I urge you, choose wisely, because these choices will shape your reality. Remember, you are the author of your life story. You have the pen in your hand. What will you write? Will it be a story of dreams deferred and opportunities missed? Or will it be a story of bold vision, unshakable faith, and relentless action? I believe in you. I believe you have greatness within you. I believe you have the power to create an extraordinary life. So dream big. Believe in yourself. Take action. Imagine the impossible. Have faith in the invisible. And watch as your reality transforms before your very eyes. You have the power. You have the tools. Now, it's time to use it. Go out there and create the life you've always imagined. Your future self will thank you for it.
Yeah, so in closing thoughts, that a lot of us in Atomy, especially when you are starting doing Atomy business, a lot of us facing setbacks and failures, and they give up. And the thing that you always have to introspect into yourself is, have I done these 3 steps? Because you cannot just do 1 or 2 or one or the other. It has to be harmonized of the 3 of them. So a lot of us have imagination, but we're lacking of action. Or maybe we're doing too much action, but we don't have imagination, we don't have dreams to pursue. Or maybe you have dream and action, but you're lacking faith in pursuing your dreams. So all these 3 has to be intertwined for yourself to produce the reality you desire and to deserve.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.